Hi, welcome to Gemstone Tarot, and this is your weekend tarot reading for the 15th and 16th and 17th of April, because it is the bank holiday weekend, the Easter long weekend, and apart from the spiritual significance and the Easter eggs, it is also bonus tarot time weekend, or possibly a big mistake. I don't know if you remember, but I was talking about Mercury retrograde the other day and Venus retrograde, and I was saying that sometimes you get like a cosmic itch that you want to do something, and it's very ill-advised, and it's usually that you want to do it because Mercury's retrograde and it's bound to go wrong. So what I'm going to try today is a weekend tarot reading to include Bank Holiday Monday, and it is for all the astrological signs, and it's going to be time stamped. Get me. So you know what this means with Mercury retrograde, all manner of hoo-ha. Will this ever even get uploaded? Who knows? So people, right, I will start with Aries because otherwise I will lose the plot. And I will go through to Pisces, and if you check the description box, there will be a little thing with your star sign and the time that it starts. If you click on your thing, like, I don't know, Pisces 10.2 minutes, it will go straight to your bit. Give or take a bit of fluff. So I was doing a major arcana series, but do you know what? Sometimes it just doesn't quite feel right, does it? And it doesn't. And I really feel like doing this because it's a bit of a Brucey bonus, especially since a lot of you have been hitting the subscribe button for me recently and the like button, and you've been commenting and really joining in on the channel. So I thought, right, I'm going to learn to timestamp. Okay. So it's going to be just a little tiny mini weekend reading for each sign. So I'm starting now with Aries. Hello, my lovely, lovely Aries. I'm using the Mythic Tarot. I'm looking for the box here, can't even find it. That's a very good start. All the way down there, hang on. Mythic Tarot. Juliet Sharman Burke and Liz Green. So let's pull. I'm going to pull 3 cards for you, Aries, and one's sticking out already. Nice. See what we've got. It's a little trio that makes a story. Okay, not so bad. 2 of Swords is the first card out for you, Aries. This card in itself, it often denotes, as you can see here, the person is in the middle of 2 other people here. It's a bit of a stalemate, or in my experience of the 2 of Swords, it's an old problem that keeps rattling around in your head, and you think, I'm going to do that, and then you think, no, I'm not going to do that, I'm going to do that, and then you can't break fresh ground with a decision. In the Rider-Waite Tarot, it depicts a woman who has 2 swords crossed over her chest and she's got a blindfold on. And the reason why she's got a blindfold on is because she's not in possession of all the facts. There's a new moon behind her head. It means that there will come illumination from somewhere, and then suddenly the scales will fall from her eyes and she'll see the way. She won't need to decide. So to a certain extent, I find the 2 of Swords a false need to make a decision, because usually you're not in possession of all the facts. It could be as well for you, Aries, that you're involved with an air sign person, possibly, because 2 of Swords is, I think, a Gemini card, but definitely an air sign card because swords are air. So it could be you have a decision to make regarding either an air sign person or a person who behaves like that. Quite clinical, quite rational, quite logical. Then here we have the 7 of Pentacles in the reverse. Now you can see with this Seven of Pentacles, this workman or apprentice has been working on these pentacles and then fixing them to this column. This is sometimes, and I find with you as well in this particular little reading, this Two of Swords decision, part of the decision making process is assessing how much work you've put into a relationship, partnership or job so far. You know, you're doing like a little assessment and you're thinking, is it so much that I can not really afford to go back on it? Or does it really not matter how far I've come, I still need to break free? Now alongside this, we've also got the Page of Cups. Now the Page of Cups in this particular little reading that I'm doing for you represents some kind of love offer. And it could be this is what you're thinking about, what you're deciding about. It could be a new person and you're already in a relationship. It could be, and I know that this came up in your monthly reading for April this month, it could be a reunion with an ex, Page of Cups. It could be as well, in that case, something to do with a water sign person, just because this is the water sign Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer, does represent them. But the page is coming along with his cup. It's like a love offer. It's it can just be a date. But to some extent, I feel that for those of you that are single, it can be the offer of a date, but you're not sure for some reason or another that may be more to do with you than to do with them. For others of you, it's definitely an ex giving you some kind of offer, some kind of communication, some kind of something to do with love, and you're really quite torn about it. I'm just going to quickly draw for you a love card. Ooh. There it goes. All on its own. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Look, we've got heartbreak. The road littered with heartbreak. Think twice, Aries. Think twice about this offer. See, I say that, think twice, and you have the Two of Swords. You're already thinking twice, aren't you? You've got a lot to think about with it, but I would go so far as to say stop thinking and start feeling. That's my advice. Whether it's to do with a job, and some of you it will be to do with a job, you're doing these calculations of how much you've put into it and how far you've come. Stop thinking, start feeling. Ooh, that one keeps coming out. I'm just drawing a Healing with the Angels Oracle card for you, Aries. Oh, that's delicious. Look at that. New beginnings. Now, sometimes, for those of you with an ex coming back, sometimes saying no is saying yes to a new beginning with somebody else. Sometimes you can't have the yes until you say the no. For some of you where this is a new person coming in for a date, put that heartbreak behind you from this other person and embrace that new beginning. Give them a try. Even if they're not your type, doesn't really matter. Give it a try. It could be the best thing you've done. But either way, Aries, stop thinking, start feeling. Okay, Taurus. Just doing a little shuffle. So, Taurus, let's put that one here. Let's put that one here and have a look at your three cards, which is going to be that one. Oh, not that one. That one. Oh, yes, and that one. Okay, Taurus. Now your readings, Taurus. That's like Sagittarius and Taurus mixed together. Your readings are always full of beans, and this is no exception, Taurus. Okay, we've got the Queen of Wands first in the reverse. have the Queen of Cups in the middle. And we also have the King of Cups, but he's in the reverse. Okay, I mean, this is a general reading, Taurus. This is not going to pertain to everybody, but I have to say straight off the bat, just for a few of you, there is a love triangle situation. If I've got two queens and a king, and they're coming up in a 3-card reading, that is 2 women and a man, and the man is upside down and the Queen of Wands is upside down. Now, when the Queen of Wands is upside down, rather than being her usual regal, fiery, in control self, she loses her SH1T a little bit. She's thrown her toys out of the pram. She's kind of had enough of someone messing around. And for some of you, you are involved with someone who is involved in some way with someone else. When the King of Cups is in the upright, he's a lovely, romantic, feeling-led, emotionally intelligent man, usually representing a water sign, Pisces, Cancer or Scorpio. When he's in the reverse like this, he's a bit full of it, to be honest. He makes all the romantic promises and everything, but he doesn't deliver. And you're getting irritated and bored with that. Now, that's not going to pertain to all of you, but for some of you, that's what I get for this. The Queen of Cups here. It's another water sign female. If you are involved with someone who's involved with someone else, you might be feeling like, it could even be someone's ex-wife, it could be, it doesn't have to be, you know, a love triangle where they're sort of with someone and with you, but there is an obstacle to a relationship starting or an obstacle to a relationship continuing, and it's making you angry. It doesn't mean necessarily someone's cheating on you, but this is a feminine obstacle. Queen of Cups is feminine. It's a feminine obstacle. Let's see if I can get any. Actually, not that one, this one. I'm just going to draw a card for clarification because I just want to know. And for some of you, it might not be to do with love. It might be to do with work. And the King of Cups could be a male boss who's not being fair, who's speaking out of turn, who's not keeping his promises. But if that's the case, there is another colleague in the picture. There is somebody stirring. Wow, okay. How interesting. Taurus, you never disappoint me. This is only a mini, like, weekend reading. You got the Tower in reverse as clarification. You got the Star in reverse. You got the Page of Cups. And you've got the Three of Wands in the reverse. This reading's not going to be for all of you, but for some of you, this is a love triangle. You're refusing. You see this where the Tower has hit. There is a revelation that's already come to you. I don't know how well you can see that. There's a man and a woman, and the top of the tower has been blown off by lightning. A revelation has already come to you. This is old news. You know about this third person. You got the Star in reverse. Some of you could also be dealing with an Aquarius, but it's in the reverse, and the Star is supposed to be you being able to fulfill your dreams and be in your element and be beautiful and manifest. And this seems to be really cutting you off at the moment. Page of Cups. This is a love offer from somebody. Now you've got the King of Cups in reverse and the Page of Cups. And the Queen of Cups. Could be dealing with a water sign. This is like an ex coming back, or someone you've been involved with that you know is involved with someone else, or has a third party situation of sorts that hasn't changed because you are resisting the epiphany that the Tower brings. When you get the Tower, you know that this should all really but for some reason there's still ties. We have the Three of Wands. This is where energy of the Ace of Wands and the Two of Wands should be multiplied into making like a family unit, or if it's a work situation, into making a solid workforce in a solid section of colleagues. But again, someone is not playing with a straight bat, is the only way I can put it for you. Just be aware of that. Ooh, that came out quick. Healing with the Angels Oracle card for you. Harmony. Beautiful. Now, just as there's harmony in musical notes and behind all the mathematics of everything and in nature, you need to find your harmony, Taurus. I feel that you're feeling quite disharmonious, especially with the Tower in reverse and the Star in reverse. I'm just going to check something on here. Yeah, I thought so. Now, the Tower is number 16. And the Star is number 17. Now, normally what would happen in the story of the Major Arcana is that you would take the lessons learned from the Tower and you would use them to manifest things as the Star. You know, this would clear the ground for something beautiful, but they're both in the reverse. Until you face these karmic lessons, Taurus, you can't become the Star. You can't find your own harmony. Okay, I'm going to leave that with you, Taurus. Just remember, you will know the people, it won't resonate with everyone that, but the people who that does resonate with, you will know, because this issue is not a new issue for you. It's something, oh God, don't fall on the floor. It's something that you've known about before. Okay, thank you, Taurus. Now, Gemini. Gemini. Let's put this one away. Right, Gemini, I'm going to draw 3 cards for you for the weekend, bank holiday weekend. But whenever you hear this will be the right time for you to hear it, Gemini. It's just a little bonus reading. Won't resonate with everyone because obviously it's a little general reading. So take what resonates and leave what doesn't. Or look up your moon and rising sign. These are all timestamped in the description so you can see. Ooh, Gemini. Okay, 8 of Wands in the reverse. Now, the 8 of Wands is communication for me. We're in a period of Mercury retrograde, Gemini, at the moment. I bet you're feeling it because Geminis do feel it. Geminis like to talk, they like to communicate. When I get the 8 of Wands in reverse and the 3 of Swords is the other card as well, there is some kind of blow to the heart here, okay? And I'm getting here 2 things. One, with the 8 of Wands, for me, I see it very much as a digital communication. I see it as emails, social media, text messages. It's in the Rider-Waite, it's 8 rods flying across. I see it as quick communication. But with Mercury retrograde, I wonder if some of you have found something on someone's phone or heard something about someone you're involved with, either at work or in love. Something wounding. You've heard something wounding to you, and also Ace of Swords, it's given you a certain clarity very, very quickly. You've got, I think this is Athene the warrior here with her sword. But Athene was the kind of goddess who won wars through strategy and intelligence rather than brute force. So this is causing you to rethink your strategy about somebody or something. Because 3 of Swords, there's a bit of trickery involved. There's another person involved or another force involved in something that you were concerned about, you were a part of. Could be a relationship, could be work colleagues, not sure. I'm just going to take a couple of clarifiers. Sometimes you hear this when it's Mercury retrograde and the Eight of Wands is reversed. You shouldn't have had the message, but you got it anyway. Like a reply to all on an email, or you see something on your partner's phone, or you've heard something at work about redundancy on the down low by the photocopier that you shouldn't have heard. That kind of thing. That one definitely. Let's have a look what we've got here. Yeah, could be to do with work for a lot of you. Got the Ten of Wands, feeling like you've got a large burden to carry with this. Ten of Wands is a guy with all these wands strapped to his back, and he's just plodding along, and he's red in the face, and he's holding them up. Let it go, Gemini. You know that saying, let the cards fall as they may. Stop trying to hold up everything. Just let it go. If you've got a secret that somebody's given to you and you really need to confide in someone, just let it go. If you've heard something that you found very wounding, be upset, let it go. Let that wound be cleansed. Don't let this fester. Now you've also got the Eight of Pentacles, and if this is to do with work, it's a very nice card, or to do with relationships. Don't forget how far you've come. This is like the Apprentice card, where he's nailed his 8 pentacles to the post. And he's, you know, this is work to be proud of. Whether it's a relationship gone wrong through a third party, or through some kind of wounding comment, bluntness, rudeness, email, whatever it is. Or if it is a work situation where there's been a nasty sort of fallout or a rumour or something like that. Don't lose sight in your stress of how much you've achieved and how far you've come. Also, you do have this Ace of Swords. You are Athena in this. You have the mental clarity, Gemini, especially being a Gemini, quick-witted, quick thinking. That is going to come to your aid. Time for a new strategy. Yes, look at that card. Healing with the Angels card. Truth and integrity. Don't be afraid to speak your truth, which is the Ace of Swords, even when everybody else around you might be lying, Gemini. Okay. Right, Cancer. Let's just put those there. If you can hear shrieking and bawling, Cancer, that's my son next door on his Xbox. Anyone would think he was being burnt at the stake, but he's not. He's just playing some awful game. Right, Cancer, let's have a look for you. Using the Mythic Tarot. Can still just about speak, even though Mercury's retrograde. Starting to wonder, it's got to be you. So don't forget, these have all been time-stamped, so you can find yours in the description box, and you should have a little click and it will have your star sign and a blue time next to it, and you can go straight to yours. Cancer. Okay, Four of Pentacles reversed. Judgment reversed. And the Ten of Cups in the reverse. I feel like some of you are regretting something you've said or done to somebody else, perhaps. Or you're in the throes of somebody else's treatment of you. Yeah, I mean, it could be to do with relationships for you. It could be the Four of Pentacles is the card of, I mean, they call it the card of the miser. I don't really like that because, I mean, miser is a horrible word, isn't it? But it's not about that. You see how this guy is really holding on to his coins? It's a feeling of defensiveness and a fear of losing something. Now, what bothers me here is that you've got your Ten of Cups in reverse. This is usually a love card. It usually indicates, you know, the full enchilada. Man, woman, big love, sometimes family, 10 cups, you know, the whole bit, the roses round the garden gate, all that kind of dream of the completely fulfilled love future. Now you do have the Judgment card in reverse. Judgments have been made here, and I don't know whether you're judging yourself too harshly. Each one of these little, lovely little bandaged corpses that are coming out of the coffins are your past, present and future actions which you are looking at. And in some cases regretting a little bit what you've done, I think. But I don't really know why, because this is in the reverse. So it may be that something is skewing your judgment. Either you're looking back on a past relationship with regret, or in a current relationship you feel like you're causing some upset to somebody, or there is upset going on. I mean, it could also be, because this is a general reading, it could be to do with work as well, and you feel that some sort of lack of productivity or some dissent is to do with you. Just be careful about that, because the hunch that I'm getting here is that it might not be all that it seems and that you are being a bit harsh on yourself, Cancer. I'm just taking a couple of clarifiers, that one. Ooh, you've got a little bonus card popped out there. Interesting, very interesting. So on the Four of Pentacles, you've got the Eight of Pentacles in reverse. Seven of Pentacles, Gemma. Seven of Pentacles in reverse. This is like a little money tree. Like the Four of Pentacles, where you've got this guy working with an apprentice. This is also building up skills, building up finances, building up material things. So it could be be to do with work. You also have the Knight of Pentacles in the reverse, and for me that usually shows, because the Knight is such a patient plodder, he's got his pentacle, he's a bit of an accountant, he doesn't rush like the other knights, he kind of makes it to his destination nice and slow. I feel like you might be feeling a bit impatient to get somewhere, or impatient to put something behind you that just won't leave you alone. Because look here, we've got the Ten of Wands, and this is a, I don't know why it's going funny colour, this is a burden, a man with 10 wands on his back. Feel like you're carrying some sort of burden. You also have, underneath this, sort of crowning the whole reading, you have the Ace of Swords. And it might be time for you, Cancer, and I know it's difficult because Cancerians are water sign. You're quite an emotional thinker, even though you don't always show it. It might be time, I feel that this self-judgment may be a little emotional kind of reaction, and that you're clouded by emotion when actually what you need is this, the Ace of Swords, just complete rational clarity, patience, and some objectivity about the situation. Oh, look at that as well. Your Healing with the Angels card came out. Focus. Very much so. I would say that the Judgment in the reverse, that your judgment is clouded. You're not focusing. You're sort of doing a bit of an emotional panic job. about, it's either work or relationship or family. But you don't need to panic and you don't need to rush anything. Oh my God. Hang on. Just need to take a deep breath and rationally focus, and that will help to get you where you need to be, Cancer. Okay, Leo. Hello, Leo. Woo! Remember that all these are time-stamped in the description box, so you can find your own astrological sign there. There'll be your sign and then a time next to it, and that's your little mini weekend reading. Leo, using the Mythic Tarot. Let's just draw. Woo! Oh, yes. You. 3 cards here, Leo, for you, for your mini Easter weekend reading. Very interesting. I would say this was concerning probably work, Leo, for you. First off, we've got the 6 of Wands in reverse. Now, remembering you're a fire sign, as if we could ever forget that, Leo. This is, I think this is Jason in the Golden Fleece. So in that, he's holding up his golden fleece. It's generally a victory card. In modern terms, it might be when the football team wins and comes back through the town in an open decker bus. By the way, have you ever seen the YouTube video where I think it's a Spanish team are doing that and they drop the trophy off the front of the bus by accident and the driver just drives over it and flattens it? Anywho, Leo, this is you feeling at the moment you are not winning. You're feeling you can't win something. You can't get anywhere with something. Probably to do with work. And I say that because we have it with the 7 of Pentacles. This is somebody building up assets or building up skills, building up status at work. I mean, it could be relationships because this is a general reading, but I'm not seeing any cups particularly, but it could be. Building up material things. You know, they're discussing where to put it, how to do it, but these have already all been achieved. But no matter that you've achieved all this already, for some reason you don't feel like you've got as far as you can. And Leo is not a perfectionist, because Leo's too creative and fiery to be a perfectionist, but your standards are very high. You think big, you feel big, you want big. Now, in the middle, you have the 9 of Wands. Now, I don't know if you can see on this gorgeous card, there's a fortress with all these wands burning in the background and the ships are being dashed against the rocks. In the Rider-Waite pack as well, there is a guy who has these 9, he's built like a defense system with 9 wands, and he's got one like this that goes right across his whole body. You are defending something which is preventing you from winning. I don't quite know what that is. I am going to draw a quick clarifier. But you are defending something which is the wrong kind of energy for you, because you are a brilliant manifester. You don't normally have to think about things that hard. Not as hard as you're thinking about them at the moment anyway. Yes. 4 of Pentacles. I don't know if you can see these cards at the moment. They seem really blurry. There it is. 4 of Pentacles. This little piggy, I'm going to say went to market then. This little piggy held on to his pentacles. That's what's happening, is holding on. The feeling, if you've got a business, Leo, you are building up, but also feeling frightened of expanding. Feeling frightened of taking the necessary calculated risks that would lead to success. For a few of you, that could be relationships, but there's a lot of pentacle and a lot of wand going on there. Don't be afraid to tap into your Leo mojo. This is what's got you where you are. Not being careful. Leave that to Virgos and the other cautious people. Yes. Trust. She's holding this orb. Think of yourself as holding an orb. Think of yourself as divinely guided. Think of yourself as divinely looked after, and that there is no need to defend. Leo rules the heart. You have a very big heart. Maybe do some work on your heart chakra, or very much work on keeping your heart open, keeping your wits about you, but daring to be undefended to get your success. Okay. Virgo, 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 Virgo. So again, I'm going to say, as if I can do it, remember that you are time-stamped. All the astrological signs are time-stamped in the description box, and you can just click on yours and go to your own sign for your weekend reading. Just as soon as I've uploaded this and put the timestamps on. Virgo. Okay. Wow. Wow. Whew. Corking, Virgo, corking. 6 of Swords. 10 of Cups. Lovely. And the Hierophant in reverse. Trey's interesting. First off, the 6 of Swords is a successful escape of some kind. You are moving away from the troubled water to the calmer water on the other side. Lovely. You've obviously put effort into this, Virgo. This does not happen quickly, easily, or on its own. This is almost a planned escape. Some of you have thought this through carefully. Now, let me just have a quick checky-see on that Hierophant a moment. Where are we? He's over here, isn't he? Yeah. Some of you might be escaping a Taurus, because the Hierophant does represent Taurus. Also though, for me, and in your case, because you are very wise, Virgo, and you do research, this Hierophant here is like the equivalent of an old-fashioned kind of priest receiving the law or wisdom in this scroll here and sort of delivering it from a cave. And there is a light, you know, that's like an epiphany. I have a feeling, Virgo, that you've had a kind of an epiphany moment. You've had something has slotted into place. You've worked something out. And in working that something out, or this is to come in the next few days, you have, to a certain extent, earned your freedom from a difficult situation. And for some of you are working your way towards a much, much brighter future on the other side of that troubled water. Now, I'm just going to take a quick clarifying card. Ooh, and you flipped out nicely. Yeah, definitely. Some of you are, I mean, look, some of you are running from this. 5 of Swords, which leads to the 6 of Swords. And thank God it does, because obviously the 5 of Swords, the next sequence is getting away from it. You have been under attack, Virgo. This is sneaky business. This mouse is stabbing the other mouse in the back. And that's not nice for mice. 3 of Wands in the reverse as well. There was hopes in the past of building something, either at work, but probably in a relationship. But you have taken advice, or taken your own advice, or just thought it through in that logical Virgo way. And it's that film, isn't it? You know, get the you-know-what out of Dodge. When I make my own tarot pack, that's going to be get the F out of Dodge, isn't it? Get out of Dodge. The Six of Swords at the bottom, it will say get out of Dodge. Oh, it's got to be you. Here's your Healing with the Angels card again. Trust, the same as Leo. You have to trust that the decision that you've made to get in this particular boat is the right one, because sometimes, Virgo, you know what happens? You do the thinking through, you do all the hard work, and then you make your move, and that's when you get the collywobbles. You know, you think, oh God, should I have done that? Should I have walked away from that? Should I have got in this boat? Where am I going? Where's the boat? Don't think about those things. Trust that you're heading in the right direction. Okay, thank you, Virgo. And now on to Libra. Libra, Libra, Libra. God, I hope I'm doing these in the right astrological order, because I'm not checking them. And no matter how many millions of times I do horoscopes and tarot and stuff, I can never, ever get the astrological wheel in the right order off the top of my head. God knows why. It's like, I don't know. That one's coming up. Oh, great. You're going to thank me for that, Libra. Woo! You got some jumpers. Let's out. Oh my God, Libra. Okay, nice. Whew. It ended well. Shit. Ooh. That's the first one, the Tower in the reverse. Heck. Yeah. It's been difficult. I know someone who this is for. Yeah, I know someone this pertains to who's a Libra. The Tower, hit by lightning. Something that you've built up, that's been built on shaky foundations here. It's not going to hold. It gets hit by lightning. It's a revelation. It's an epiphany. It can't be avoided. It was built on false foundations. However, it doesn't come easily, Libra. This is the Nine of Swords. It's like the Dementors in the Harry Potter. It's the swords of Damocles. It's sitting up at night with voices in your head. It's the voices of paranoia, worry, distress, jealousy, lack of control, torturing you with the Nine of Swords over whatever this situation is that fell apart with the Tower. This news, though, this is the Page of Swords, and look, he's blowing this crystal clear cloud into the air. He's come swiftly, he's in the upright, he's come to kind of give a breath of fresh air to this whole situation. It's a lovely, lovely air sign card. You are an air sign, Libra. This is a breath of fresh air for you. And finally, the Magician. Lovely. Now, what you can do with the Magician, because I was reading about this card the other day, you can do a meditation that you yourself are now at a crossroads, which I'll bet you are, Libra, in many different ways. You imagine that you take any one of these four elements. So you've got the Pentacle, the Sword, the Wand and the Cup, all the four elements from the Minor Arcana in the Tarot. And you can use that in any way you like. Just see what you do. And then you can also have a conversation with the Magician about where to go next and what to do. Then when you come out of your little meditation, just write it down. Do it as many times as you like. I think you will find that after all that horrible Nine of Swords energy, that you will find yourself blown clear, like the Page of Swords. Beautiful crystal blue air. Look at that, Libra. New beginnings. You, as the Magician, can fashion your new beginning. And after the Tower, that's exactly why the Tower happens in the first place. Because without the Tower, without the edifice collapsing, there can't be a new beginning. It's just painful while it's going on. Woo! Okay, thank you, Libra. Scorpio. Those two have already jumped out. You got two jumpers as well. Don't forget, everybody, you can find your timestamp in the description box for your own astrological sign. This is Scorpio for the weekend of the 15th and 16th. We're doing the Easter weekend little mini reading. Scorpio, there you are. The Queen of Cups, Scorpio. You're still there. You're still hanging in. But it's a little bit rough. Got the Nine of Cups. This is, in the upright, can be a great love wish card. The things that you've wished for, your hopes and your dreams in love. At the moment, they feel like they're in reverse because you also have the World card. Each element here in the corners of the card, and then that snake that eats itself that I can never remember the name of. This is a full integration. In the middle you've got like a hermaphrodite, a man and a woman melded together as one. And this snake represents infinity, where it's eating its own body and then going round and round. This is obviously the way of the world, and this is the message we also need to remember, Scorpio. And you are the best person to remember this, because Scorpios are particularly engaged with life cycles. You're very good at birth and sex and death and rites of passage. I feel, Scorpio, you are undergoing a mini rite of passage of sorts at the moment. Things that you did hope for may not be what are coming to pass, but you still have your own intuition and watery wisdom, which I feel is letting you know that this is divine timing for you rather than what you thought you wanted. Yeah. Got the Two of Wands as a clarifier here on the Nine of Cups. This is setting down roots. I think you very much hope to set down roots in one direction. It could be to do with work. It could be you had your heart set on staying in a certain job or doing a certain thing or being in a certain job, and that hasn't been possible. Now for the World reverse as well, you've got that Seven of Swords, what I call the Snaky Fox card, the Thief card, the Sneak card. Somebody, Scorpio, somebody done you wrong. And you kind of know. But Scorpios don't, I'm not going to say Scorpios don't take revenge, because I know a lot of Scorpios, but they're not instant. They don't boil over quickly. They are the Queen of Cups. It's all being absorbed. You're absorbing everything. But we are in a time of Mercury retrograde and still really in the tail end of Venus retrograde. And if you're feeling, Scorpio, that the time isn't yet right to act, I'd say that you were definitely right. It will come. Get out and spend some time in nature. You need to ground yourself at the moment and do the simple things that you like and enjoy, whether that's taking a walk with a loved one and family, walking the dog, finding some kind of source of water, or gardening, or arranging some flowers in a vase. Doesn't matter. Get in touch with nature to get yourself out of your head. And whatever's going on, you're right. Now's not the time to act, but it will come, Scorpio. Okay, thank you, Scorpio. Moving on to Sagittarius. Hello, Sagittarius. Hope you're all checking out your timestamps in the description box, which I will have painstakingly applied and learnt how to do by the end of this video. Saggy Sag. Right, 3 cards from the Mythic Tarot for you, Sag. It's got to be the bottom one. Weird. Let's have a look. Whoa. Okay, we're kicking off with the Three of Swords, Sagittarius. Some kind of blow to the heart, some kind of difficulty, maybe to do with money or family, because we've got the Six of Pentacles in the reverse, and this is the card of the rich benefactor sharing with people who are less fortunate. But it's also the card of feeling wounded and then feeling like you don't have enough abundance to share. Because normally, Sagittarius, you are a very abundant feeling sign. You're ruled by Jupiter. It's expansion, generosity, long distance travel and adventure. But you're just, this has knocked you for 6 is what I'm getting. 6 of Pentacles in reverse. This could be a lover that's betrayed you. It could be a work colleague that's betrayed you, or even a family member. Something to do with money or property or business or love that you can't quite get your head round. The important thing to note is you do have the World card, Major Arcana, in the upright. This is right up your alley. Some of you may have been prompted by this to think of a long distance trip, or a holiday would be very good, or just to rethink your whole ethos, your whole why are you here, your whole what am I doing, what makes me me, what am I going to do next. But also when that World card is in the upright, it really trumps the Three of Swords and the Six of Pentacles. You've got it going on. You have got the 4 elements of the Arcana, the Wand, the Sword, the Pentacle and the Cup at your disposal. And that snake, the sign of infinity, the snake eating itself, that's the world at your fingertips. You can manifest. You just need to process that so that it can move on. Bring it out of the shadow into the light so that it can just, you know, like that witch in the Wizard of Oz when she just turns into a pair of shoes and a cloud of smoke. Emerging is the healing card you've got. It's exactly what this is. You are emerging much better for it. You will be much better for it when you've managed to process it and move on from it. Thank you, Sagittarius. Now, Capricorn. 3 cards for you from the Mythic Tarot for weekend of April 15th and 16th and 17th, because it's a long weekend. It's bank holiday. Yay. That one. Oh, it's you, my beauty. Right, Cap, let's have a look. Oi! Oi, 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 oi. Well, go and read your April 2017 reading, Capricorn, and then come back and listen to this. Time-stamped in the description box. 8 of Swords. This is the card of feeling trapped by a situation. This person cannot see that the swords go round the front, but they don't go round the back. And in the Rider-Waite Tarot, it's a woman with a blindfold, and she feels like the 8 swords are stopping her from going forwards. But actually, if the blindfold came off, she could see a way out of it quite easily. Often this is a combination of outside factors and things in your own head, being trapped by your own thoughts. Now in the middle, the Lovers, the Choice card, could be a Gemini that you're involved with. It doesn't have to be, but it's the card for Gemini. But more importantly, it's the card for choices. And this is showing Paris choosing between 3 different women. I think it's Athene, Aphrodite and maybe Helen. And Paris chose just for superficial things like looks and beauty. And this is urging you to rethink your choices in love. Are you making your choices based just on sexual chemistry, just on looks or status, or something else that's more surface? Or is this a genuine love connection with somebody? Whatever it is, it's coming thick and fast. The Knight of Wands, he comes in with his, I'm going to say with his wand, but it sounds a bit dodgy, doesn't it? Comes in with his fire, and it kind of hits you. There's definitely a lot of passion, there's a lot of heat here, but there's also a lot of mind torture. You need to just have a think about what motivates your love choices. What kind of relationship did your parents model for you? Are you repeating that? Or do you feel this is a real love connection for you that's worth making the effort for? Definitely check out your April 2017 reading though. It ties in very nicely. Music, Capricorn. You may have a connection with this lover through music. They may be a musician. You may share special songs together that are significant. Or you need to look out for songs that keep coming on the radio and find out what the lyrics are and listen to them, because you may get messages in music. Or you might be particularly musical yourself and that can help you to connect, but I have a feeling it's a musical connection. Okay, Aquarius, 3 cards for you. Don't forget to use the timestamps in the description box to find your sign. Oh, it's that one. Okay, Aquarius. Lovely, lovely. Very nice. Queen of Cups. This is you at the moment. You're feeling feminine. You're feeling in your element, I'd like to say, because you are the water bearer, even though you're an air sign. You're feeling like you don't have to rush off your throne and make everything happen, and you don't. King of Pentacles. This is prosperity, wealth, possibly coming from an older male, maybe a relative or a manager, a boss, a friend of yours, probably to do with work. For a few of you, it could be an earth sign, love interest, Capricorn, Virgo, Taurus, but a very genuine person if that's the case, very solid, does what he says he will, turns up on time, works hard, lots of integrity. I have a feeling this is more someone who's going to help you in the work arena, give you a leg up, give you a recommendation. And you also have, lovely card, you've got strength. You are learning how to integrate the parts of yourself that make you more like this, make you stronger, make you more prosperous, learning self-control, learning how to resist old patterns and master yourself. Never mind mastering the lion. This is Heracles when he masters the lion. But in the 12 labours of Heracles, actually it's self-mastery. And you are achieving it, Aquarius. Card for you is dreams. Yes. I would say you need to keep a dream journal in the next week or so and take note of that 5 minutes you get when you wake up. You know, that 5 minutes when you can still remember a dream. And write it down. And finally, Pisces, lovely Pisces. Let's get your 3 cards. And this is for me too, me being Pisces. Pisces rising. Okay, what have we got? That's interesting. Whoa, Pisces is all about the money. It's all about the money. 2 of Pentacles. We are building something and it's successful. It's stable. Look at how stable that table is that he's on. A stable table, Pisces, a stable table. And he's fashioning all sorts of things. He's fashioning pentacles. This is a burgeoning business. It's something we're building up from scratch. This is working hard. This is balancing our finances, budgeting and being careful, which is difficult for us Pisces. It's not our natural way of things. Now we also have the Ace of Pentacles in the reverse. This is the big money. This is the everyday money and the work. This is the big money, the cosmic money, the abundance, the more salary than wages, more passive income than active income. we need to remember, can we see how he's emerging out of water with this coin? Pisces earn money in strange ways usually. We don't need to be too careful with the budget. When Pisces are too careful with the budget, kills the creativity, kills the imagination. And also, we're not brilliant at that 9 to 5, it has to be said. You like a little bit of creativity and a bit of variety. And also we have the Four of Pentacles, that's someone holding on to their money, sometimes called the miser card. Don't try to hold on to money too hard to keep it. Don't try to get more by holding on. It's more a case like this guy of dropping, of letting go. That's how Pisces roll, if you like. Because actually with this Two of Pentacles in the upright, our ideas are good. What we're working at is working. But we don't need to necessarily be careful. We need to be more creative. Yeah, it's you. Some of us are coming out of a time of heartbreak, 5 of Cups in reverse, and thank God for that. It's been a rough ride these last 2 years since all these eclipses for our sign. Some of us are working our way out of heartbreak, and actually it's going to benefit us enormously, take us to financial places and material places we'd never have reached without it. Just be careful. We've got the 7 of Cups, can be the slight fantasy card. Sometimes we are fantasizing too much when we should be relaxing into our flow. There is a difference between fantasizing and manifesting. Pisces are brilliant manifestors, but also we are a bit prone to fantasizing, aren't we? And that can sometimes get us absolutely nowhere. And we have Enchantment, which is a gorgeous card. Our sense of enchantment as Pisceans can bring in money. I don't exactly know how, but I know that's right. And that's my message to those of you that are developing businesses as Pisceans, or just tinkering with your household budget, or just trying to clear your debts. Don't forget to dream. Don't forget to be enchanted. Don't necessarily go off on a fantasy rant, but use the magic, use enchantment, and use your powers of manifestation. You know what they are, Pisces. So that's everybody, all 12 signs, time stamped, she said. And that's your weekend tarot reading for 15th and 16th of April. Thank you everybody for liking, sharing and subscribing to the channel. If you want a private reading, you can book in the PayPal link below. See you soon. Bye.